Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is.
Who's your favorite reaction channel? Somebody asked. Karina.
I held on to the nurse.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
Obsessed with Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
I was ghosted tonight.
He had one bite of those eggs and he accepted.
Eggs. What's it like knowing that your Amberlynn's the one that got away? I am not fazed.
It's the holidays.
What are you doing out here?
Hello everybody. In today's video, for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, Amberlynn made a supposed response to Casey's interview with Mr. Snowflake. This is probably the worst. I use the word response in quotation marks because I've never seen anything like this before in my life. This is not a genuine response where she actually addresses her wrongdoings or an actual response that's even worth posting. So one of the things that we had discussed when we were talking about Casey's interview with Mr. Snowflake is that she's probably going to say she has like a soul crushing event or an ERBs, or she's not going to respond at all. Or one of the things I said might happen is she was very, very money hungry, very much so interested in the amount of views and clicks that she would get on her new video, because of course she's very interested in making money off of this, right? Remember how I said that she might be really interested in posting the next video because everybody will run to whatever the video is and get her money. This was, and listen, I believe in making money on YouTube. I think it's okay that it's her job. I think it's great to have it as a job. For me to say that somebody was just using it as a money-making opportunity and not putting in any actual like worth or content in there is like a big deal, because I really support other YouTubers. I think it's a great job to have just in general. And I think she has every right to make money. But this is one of the most like disrespectful, as Amberlynn would say, or disrespectful responses I've ever seen. If you want a short summary, she basically said that he was lying without saying that he was lying.
Thanks for nothing.
Tell me, Amberlynn, you are guilty without telling me that you're guilty by trying to manipulate language and say that Casey is lying. We're going to get into it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Amberlynn made a video about her first serious relationship with Casey years and years ago, made certain accusations towards Casey. Then when Casey came out and did a rebuttal, she deleted the video, her own video, begged Casey to take his down, which he didn't. And this affected Casey for the rest of his life. He recently did an interview with Mr. Snowflake in which he discussed his relationship with Amber. I'm going to, as always, link it in my description box. If you haven't seen it, if you don't believe anything that anyone is saying, just go and watch it from the person who lived with her and dealt with her, okay? So that's in the description box. So we are going to be discussing Amber's supposed response. And honestly, I'm just going to say off the bat, I think it is wild that you can come on in the middle of Christmas holiday, which, by the way, that's when she filmed it, during her family's Christmas party, and actually pretty much highly imply that he's lying. Okay, so because I told you that she would watch it. I told you that she's putting on this like persona that she's queen and she's sitting around with her family and all this other stuff. She's pretending to be unbothered, but really during Christmas she watched this and she's pretty much saying he's a liar without saying he's a liar. Yeah, okay. Most people believe people that are being genuine with their audience. So we're gonna get into it, if you could not tell already by my intro. As always, all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be taken seriously. I'm only sharing my own opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible information made public by public figures. I would urge you to please do not go to these people's channels and leave the mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Okay, so first of all, she starts talking about the Casey interview that he did with Mr. Snowflake. In the middle of the video, honestly, this is just my opinion. Nobody cares what sweater you're wearing to Christmas dinner. Nobody does. And just in general, if you want to make that type of content, Go right ahead, sweetheart. The issue here is that you do not respond to being accused of a felony with a middle insert in a 13-minute video after you're going to a Christmas party. Which sweater should I wear? She was literally accused of a felony, and that's serious. What I don't understand is how you can, even then, at a serious level like that, just stuff your few thoughts in the middle of the video. When you're making a video, you need to start talking about the topic right away when it's a serious one. Never mind that on YouTube, people get very bothered when you start talking about the situation 13 minutes in, 15 minutes in, which she usually puts the most important stuff at the end, which I find disingenuous. It's just my opinion. She does this even now. She puts the stuff in the middle, like where she discusses Casey and the whole situation. She puts it in the middle so that people watch longer. It's a money-making tactic, which I can understand in general, but I do not understand it with serious situations. Okay, here is what she said. Everyone deserves to share their side of the story. Everyone is asking me about it. We were, much younger than we are today when this happened. And even though it's not really an excuse, this happened 15 years ago. I've grown up so much. I've made mistakes. No matter what side of the story, she says, the audience wants to believe.
Stay mad.
There's only one side of the story that people can believe, because it's not just that it's obvious that you mistreat your partners. You mistreated Crystal. You mistreated Becky. You mistreated Casey. And you even mistreated Wifey with giving out private details like her name, like whatever she struggled with. It's not just that. It's that there's a whole ton of Facebook posts, if you don't believe Casey, to back up what Casey is saying from Amber. We'll get to that in a minute. So no matter what side of the story the audience wants to believe, I know a lot of people are asking me about it, and I'm simply not going to talk about it.
I think I'm an empath. Like, I think to some degree I am an empath.
That's what she said. I wish him nothing but happiness and wellness, and she said that she was crying about it on Christmas. Okay. The first thing I'd like to say is, this is my response to what you're saying, Amberlynn. Public figure Amberlynn. A lot of people are asking you about it, but I'm simply not going to talk about it. Then if you're simply made the decision, if you're simply not going to talk about it, why have you made a 13-minute monetized video where you are clickbaiting that you're responding to Casey when you're not? First of all, I know that nobody cares about YouTube. And I know that nobody cares about clickbait, but YouTube has extensively said that if your video is not about the topic, you're not allowed to title it that. But since no one cares about clickbait, okay, why are you, who's trying to build a good relationship with your audience, why are you lying in your titles and promising to discuss the interview when you get to the video? This is why this is so against the terms of service, the TOS. You get to the video and she says, oh, by the way, I'm not going to talk about it. Then don't make a monetized video reaction to it where you promise a reaction and it's not one. What a lie, girl, you a lie. If you're not going to talk about it, then why did you make the video? In order to squeeze out, this is what I said in the beginning of the video, to squeeze out the last few moments of your money in December, because December and November are the highest paid months on YouTube. Okay. As far as her saying the following statements, this is where manipulation of language and manipulation of tactics come in. Okay, this is my opinion. It's just an opinion. I believe that she obviously wants to tell her audience that Casey is lying. I believe that she wants to tell her audience that you shouldn't believe Casey. But if she comes out like this and says it, she knows that she will be massively criticized, right? So what people do when they're trying to manipulate a situation is, sometimes this is a very rudimentary manipulation tactic, is they say what they want to say without actually saying it, but they give people the idea of what they mean. What am I talking about? The other day she said that Rocky Horror Picture Show was interesting. Or when she said, nobody smokes in this house, meaning that technically it may be true that nobody smokes in this house, but she was smoking for 5 years outside of the house and didn't tell you.
That's not excusing all her behavior.
She's already trashed Rocky Horror Picture Show in the past, but she's saying it's interesting now. When you call something interesting, everybody knows it's code word for not good. Why am I bringing up these examples? She's doing the same thing in this video as well. When she makes the statement, everyone deserves to share their side of the story, and you're not going to catch me saying he lied about this, he lied about that, he lied about this. You're definitely not going to catch me, saying that. It's reverse psychology. She's trying to tell you this without trying to say it. Pay attention to the wording. Please pay attention to the wording. You won't catch me saying that he lied about this and that. Right. She doesn't want to be caught in the act, but you are. You always give yourself away, girl. See, why would somebody use the words, you can't catch me, you won't catch me? Yeah, she's terrified to being caught in the reality of what he's accusing her of, and that she believes that he's lying. She sits there, if you watch the video, and she counts on her fingers, which I've never seen anyone do. Like as an adult, like, oh, he lied about this, number one. Then she puts up two fingers. He lied about that. You don't want to be caught telling your audience that you believe that he lied, only you already have been. Why would, just ask yourself this question, why would somebody who doesn't believe that their ex-partner is lying about the relationship, why would they come on and say, you're definitely not going to catch me saying that he's lying? She knows what she's doing. She's leaving the idea that he's lying in your head. She knows she'll get the severe, like, punishment for that. She knows that there's going to be bad feedback for it. So she's like, you won't catch me saying, oh, by the way, he's lying. She's saying it without saying it. It's reverse psychology. It's like when you tell somebody that you're not into them in order to get them to be interested in you. She knows exactly what she's doing. Make no mistake about it. This is a person that has had 10 years of social media training through her own life. She knows how to speak to people nowadays. Casey, if you don't believe me, Casey said she's honed her skills, even though I've been saying this for years. She is smoke and mirrors, and she knows how to speak on the internet. When she makes the statement, everyone deserves to share their story, and no matter what side of the story the audience wants to believe, she is clearly implying that people can choose to believe her or people can choose to believe Casey. Amber, instead of saying, oh, like in a roundabout way, well, he's lying and you can choose to believe him or you could choose to believe me, why don't you just respond to being accused of it? And once you do that, maybe people will gain some level of respect for you because you're going to address things head on, okay? There's a lot of stuff that Casey said in his video that we already knew, that she treated people who were transitioning poorly, that it's on her own channel. She said, quote, I'm not into it, telling Casey in the relationship that you'll never be a father. There's not a single thing that she has ever said that was worse than this. I don't care what anybody says. She's done things that were worse than this, but she's never said anything worse than that, okay? The point is that why don't you address things head on? Obviously on Christmas, this was released on Christmas, so she was crying about it, and then, whatever, she was with her family the whole day and all this other stuff. And of course, she is so grown up now. She made mistakes. She's grown from this. This is my response to this. First of all, if you had actually grown from the situation, and I totally understand that when she was dating him, they were much younger than now, okay? Keep in mind that I believe that Amberlynn was like 18 years old, around 18, like something like that. So even if she was 17 or 18, she was older, but yes, okay, fine, whatever, okay? Here's the thing. When she says that she's now grown up and she's learned a lot and she's changed a lot and she made a lot of mistakes, okay. If she had actually grown up and she had actually changed a lot, do you think that an adult who has greatly learned from her relationships with Casey would have a monetized YouTube channel where for 4 years she harassed and mistreated Beck, okay? Continuously mistreated her, talked about her weight, humiliated her on the internet, and financially mistreated her.
Do other things like I owe for Netflix to Amberlynn. I've had zero money.
Taking the money away from Becky that she owed Becky during the live streams, hired Becky to do the live streams, said it privately, said it publicly to her audience, then never gave her the money. Do you think that that is real change? Now, she will say that that relationship already happened after Casey, so this was also when she was learning and growing. Fine. How about now? Do you think that a person who has grown and changed would come on the internet and say, please do not ever send me gourmet cake and bread, hope that they have a very difficult time in HELL with the former president, and continuously trash your audience for that? But wait, if the person is really grown and changed, do you think they would say that they're looking for their sympathy bone when a reaction channel, Narc Alert, had a heart attack. And Amber said she just didn't care. She said, I don't care. I don't care that she had a heart attack. Okay, wait. Do you think that a person has really grown and changed? If this person, okay, was broken up with by wifey, this just happened a few months ago, started dating another person and told that person and the world and disrespected the new girlfriend by saying that her and wifey were still doing things and then got dumped in the end. This is not growth and change. That's the same person. Everyone knows you're the same person because of your continuous efforts to show people who you really are. You're the same person. I don't believe, my personal opinion, public figure Amberlynn Reid, is that she has not changed at all. As far as her being so devastated and crying about this, are you sure about that? I don't think you're telling the truth, and here's why. So my opinion is I outwardly do not believe that she was crying over this interview. I'm going to show you what she was really doing. I made a video yesterday about this. She made a TikTok where she was doing like throwing thirst traps out to the next girly. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? It's exactly what you're thinking about, lip syncing that song in a, very like suggestive way with a little Satan emoji. Like I said, Satan, please do not bring the devil into this. Thank you. And posting on Instagram that she was a queen and you need to see her with her crown on. Do you think that if somebody was devastated by an interview that their ex did, they would be posting thirst traps onto TikTok and posting that she's a queen on Instagram? Now, I know that somebody, probably Amberlynn's 17 sock account, will say, well, you can be sad and still post this. Yes, I know. Thank you. But I don't think that that's the case here. She doesn't even seem like devastated or upset in that video. Shedding a few tears over, over Casey's video and then posting thirst traps over Christmas and saying that she's a queen to all the girlies has the same energy of when she was crying and she was saying how sad she was that she was waiting in the car, that Becky and her sisters were picking out headstone for Becky's mom when Becky's mom had passed, saying how sad she was, and then going on TikTok in the same breath and posting really inappropriate TikToks here that have since been deleted. That's why they were deleted by Amber. They were inappropriate, that I can't even get into, but discuss certain movies, okay? If you are grieving the loss of someone, you do not discuss those type of movies. At the end of the day, I don't believe anything that she's saying. I don't think she was shedding tears over Casey's video. So let me see if I can get this straight. If you believe Amber's version of events, she was sitting at a Christmas party and watching this video, or even before or after, and crying. And then she was celebrating with her family. It makes no sense. And then posted thirst traps on TikTok and made weird, inappropriate, like Instagram posts. My point here is this. If a person really grew and changed from the me mentality, I grew, I changed, it was when I was younger, okay? Nothing about Casey. If a person really truly changed, do you think that the person would put together a vlog? Let's just go through the order of this vlog. This was a vlog where she was literally responding to be accused of she starts the video picking out a sweater, then does this, I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna talk about it. By the way, he's a liar, okay? And then picks out a mop and talks about her weight journey, life journey plans for 2024. Rinse, lather, delusion, Kermit, repeat. Something this serious should not have been stuffed in the middle of come with me to figure out how to work a mop. I kid you not. She literally doesn't know how to work a mop. And put together this mop with me. I'm going to do this certain type of content in 2024. And by the way, Casey made a video, but I won't talk about it, but I'll title it that. Hey, Amber, why don't you just title your video, put a mop together with me for 2024 content? You understand what I'm saying? I know that you haven't changed because you have no empathy towards others. You have no empathy towards, people that you've hurt. One of the top comments on her video says that she's traumatized every single person that she's ever been with, and she gets to move on and she gets to collect a check from YouTube, while the other people, like for example Casey, is devastated. By the way, I have a question for Amberlynn. Genuinely would like to understand. If anybody has any answers, please leave them in the comments down below. I would like to know why at the very end Amberlynn says that she wishes Casey nothing but healing and wellness. That's what she said. If you were wishing Casey, now please don't get me wrong. I do believe that Casey deserves healing and wellness and to rebuild his life, right? Of course. My question here is, Amberlynn told us a few years ago what a terrible person Casey was, right? She said what a horrible, terrible person he was. So why would you wish somebody that has hurt you so much and has put so much upon you wellness and healing? I personally can only tell you from my own experience in life that anybody that has really, like, if somebody were to ruin my life, I wouldn't wish them all the best. It makes no sense, right? Bottom line, and her responding to Casey, okay? I don't think she's sorry. She didn't want to address it because she's been caught. And by the way, when you're accused of something outrageous, if it didn't happen, it'll become blatant. It'll become easy to see that people are lying about you, right? Or you address it and you say this isn't true. I am waiting to see why Amberlynn Reid did not go on the internet and said what Casey said about me, the big, bombshell that he pretty much, like, dropped. This isn't true. Any thoughts as to why she didn't say that, other than, throwing in, like, oh, I'm not going to say that he's lied about this. He lied about this. He lied about this. AKA he did, putting these thoughts into your mind, subliminal messages. I just don't understand why you didn't address the main issue. Is it because it's true? Or is it because what, you understand what I'm saying? Because trust me, I have seen absolutely every single thing that you could possibly think of on the internet. And what I have personally seen is that just in general, okay, when somebody accuses you of something that you absolutely did not do, it will become obvious that they lied, okay? It'll be clear that it was not real. So sometimes people don't address it because of that. But in this case, there's actually no obvious proof at all whatsoever that Amberlynn did not do what Casey said that she did. So why haven't you addressed it? She's not going to address it because, well, you make your own decisions about why she didn't address it. And that manipulative statement, in my opinion, when she says, whatever side of the story the audience wants to believe, I'm not going to come here. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just shocked that you think that people that watch your videos don't understand. By the way, if you want to know what side of the story to believe, I'm going to give you something that you can do yourself, okay? Because I always say here, if you don't want to believe what people are saying, you think for yourself. You go and you check if what we're saying is true. Go into Google and put in Amberlynn Reid old Facebook posts and just see what comes up. Here's one that's my particular favorite. Amberlynn says she's not a cheater. She has extensively said that she would never cheat. Wow, feels so weird to sit at a table and eat with, she means Casey, and not Crystal. May 28th, 2011. See, there's proof all along the internet that she is exactly who she is today. She's the same person. She hasn't changed. And she's the same person she was with Casey. The excuse that this happened a long time ago, she even says it's an excuse in her video. She says, oh, whatever, it's it's not an excuse. It is. Here's my opinion of it. If it wasn't an excuse, why would you use it? Why would you need to tell people that you guys were younger than you are today and this happened a long time ago if it wasn't an excuse? Another manipulation tactic, using words to manipulate, okay? I mean, just look at this. Oh man, I have heartburn and it sucks. I would be drinking milk to ease the pain, but I live with a blank, so let's scratch that and think of another way to fix that. Yeah. So she was trashing Casey on Facebook all the time. By the way, Casey was her friend and could see it. Wonderful, wonderful girlfriend. The issue is that don't forget that Casey's family saved Amber from being homeless because her mother and grandma said that she couldn't come back home. Is that the family that you're spending Christmas with? Wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I'm very, very happy that she's rebuilt her relationship with her family. But let's not forget that you trashed this guy on the internet, Casey. You've done everything possible to ruin his life, because if you watch the video, he said, the interview, that this has followed him forever. It's pretty much kind of, in my opinion, ruined his life based on watching the interview. But this is a person that saved you from being homeless. And you're out here, okay, saying you're not going to talk about it. You're out here trashing him then and sending subliminal messages, doing manipulative language. Oh, I'm not going to tell you that he's lying about this, lying about that, lying about that. Yeah, you just did. You just told us that. By the way, final thoughts on the rest of what she said in the video. And this is just more of kind of like, yes, she's lying again. Okay, I want to preface this next part that I do not judge her food. I do not judge her weight loss journey. I do not really discuss it on my channel. I wish her all the best with that. I've always said that I believe she can do whatever she sets her mind to. I wish her all the best with it. I don't judge superficial stuff like this, and I don't talk about it. I basically care about how people treat one another and their character, their behavior, okay? Not any of this stuff. The reason that I'm commenting on this is because of the manipulation tactic used, not because of the actual content that she's going to talk about or post. She says that in 2024, she's going to be doing weight loss focused content. Fine. She says that she is not a weight loss channel, which she has already told us in last April that she is. Do you expect anyone to take you seriously when on April 27th, 2023, she literally stated, this is a quote from public figure Amberlynn Reid, quote, "You don't send a huge pie and bread to a weight loss channel." And she said before that everybody believes she has a weight loss channel and she has one. So you suddenly don't have a weight loss channel, but on April 27, 2023, you justified sending ill will to a subscriber that bought you gourmet bread and gourmet food, okay? You justified by sending them ill will and hope that they go to HELL with the former president, right? You justified it by saying you were a weight loss channel. How dare they send you bread and pie? But you're standing waiting for Taco Bell Uber Eats for 3 hours. Make it make sense. No, I'm not judging her food. I don't care what she does. I'm just showing you the manipulation and lies. I only care about the manipulation and lies. I don't care what she does with her life. I wish her all the best with it, and I hope that she's healthy and happy and all that other stuff. You understand? So the manipulation's already starting. You just said you're not a weight loss channel, but you were enough in April 27th, 2023 to trash her subscribers for daring to send you an Easter gift, right? Rinse, lather, delusion. She says that come January, this is a very big Amberlynn Reid thing to do, that she does this a lot. That's what I mean. So Amber's going to be doing weight loss content in January like she does every year. Fine, that's true. She already said everything that anyone could ever say, except for this. So the reason that she's going to be doing this content is a manipulation tactic to the audience. First of all, she's going to lie to her audience that she's going to change her life, and she's not. But that's not the point, because like I said, I don't care. Every January, when New Year's resolutions happen on December 31st into January 1st, people come on YouTube and they put in weight loss journey, how to do this, blah, 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 blah. And they try to follow YouTubers that are telling them that they are on this journey. 95% of the time, I told you this was a math channel, it's exactly what it appears to be. With her, it's a manipulation tactic to get new subscribers, new views, new clicks and views, because she's desperate to get money from something that isn't real. It's all smoke and mirrors. I think it is highly manipulative. This is just my opinion. Like she told you, with her own words, to come on here every January, grab a new audience that believes that you're on this health journey, and then say, never mind, just kidding. So the bottom line is, the reason that I find this like really deplorable isn't because she does the same type of content every year. It's, like I said, I believe she can do whatever she sets her mind to. It's not about that. I find it deplorable that you're already letting your audience know that every January you manipulate them into a lie just to get new subscribers, because it's a manipulation tactic to get people to join her channel for something that she says is happening, but it's not. She's just doing this content because it's January. Ask yourself this question. Why does she always try to get WLS in October, November, December? Because those are the highest paid months. She tells you the story, that's never going to happen, then says, never mind, just kidding, I'm not doing it. Why does she always do this health focused content in January? Because most people are doing it. She's figured this out a long time on YouTube, and she's using it to manipulate her audience, any new audience members. And I personally think that that's not right. Hey, if you want to do this type of content because you're genuine about it, go right ahead and do it. Like I said, I've always supported her in that, and I believe she can do whatever, she sets her mind to, and I wish her all the best with her health. I want her to be healthy. But pretty much telling you that she's doing it to manipulate an audience into joining her channel, because every January people are looking for health focused YouTubers that they can do their journey with them. Like, people are looking for like YouTube buddies that you could do this with, because they're changing their life for real. She's not going to do this. She's just scamming you into believing that she's doing this. That to me is disingenuous. Anyways, I don't really believe that this was a real response. Amber, you should be embarrassed to post it. I would have deleted it. I wouldn't have even posted it. How do you say the interview with my ex in the title of your video and then say people are asking me about it and I'm not going to talk about it? Then don't make the money on it. Honestly, I feel that the majority of the money that she's made on YouTube, she needs to give back, because it was gotten through disingenuous, dishonest means. And that's just my personal opinion. I still wish her all the best in the new year. The person I wish the main true healing to is Casey. This person has suffered so much with having a video that Amberlynn made completely dismantle his whole life, and she just gets to go on and, do thirst trap TikToks. What's next in 2024? Remember, she's changed. Okay, I'm gonna want you to come back to this video next year at the end of 2024 and see how Amberlynn has changed. Oh, one more point. I forgot to say this earlier. I'll just say it now. If she really changed, do you think she'd be bringing up Destiny's and Becky's deceased mothers just a few weeks ago and trashing them? I doubt it. All right, that's about it for today's video. Please let me know your thoughts, comments, questions about this topic in the comments down below. I wish everyone mentioned all the best. Thank you so very much for watching it. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this video that's popping up here. It's on a similar topic. Maybe you would enjoy it. Maybe you wouldn't enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go and leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.